Hey, welcome to Half the Battle. On this New Year's Eve, or whenever you're watching this, we're taking a look back at 2019 and a look forward to 2020. But first, a quick update on that Sub-Zero accessory variant I thought I'd found. In case you didn't know, I have a Sub-Zero on a Belgian card that's missing the base for the mortar. So I made a video to find out if this was an undiscovered packaging variant, in which case others would exist and would be added to G.I.Joe history, or if this was just an error, in which case it's unique and historically insignificant. And, well, nobody has been able to find a second carded Sub-Zero without the base. So we're gonna have to call this a worthless error. Still, it was a fun little endeavor, and we should always be on the lookout for new discoveries in the history of G.I. Joe. Anyway, 2019 has been quite the year for this channel. The YouTube algorithm smiled on one particular video, making it my most watched one ever. Over 16,000 views! I don't know if it was the title card or the title itself, but it took off. Subscriptions also went up to 1,600. So I'm happy things keep going in the right direction. The most fun I've had this year was beyond a doubt Cobra Convergence 4. I really wanted to do a storyline this year, and we hinted at it pretty heavily during the third Convergence, and HCC 788 let me run wild with it. By the way, if you want some inside information, I got more than I asked out of the participants. Originally, only HCC was supposed to suit up at the end, since he had already done the Super Trooper costume before. And it would be a nice in-joke, him being the Steve Rogers of the group, since I always call him Steve. But then New202 said he had a Doctor Strange cloak, and Sanatorium had a full Thor thing, so it snowballed from there. Also, I had written most of it before Endgame was even out, but I couldn't resist adding stuff from there, especially the America's Ass bit.
Say hello to America's Ass.
I really want to thank everybody again who participated in this adventure. I had a blast! We also did the charity drive again, the most important thing I can do all year. And over 3 years, we've raised over $3,000. So, well done to us all. Lastly, we had another milestone this year. The 250th episode. It had to be Skidmark, and I had to get some friends in. I really need to thank them again and tell you how awesome they are, because they went above and beyond. Dina had agreed to be in the episode, but like almost immediately after she agreed, she got a new job that took up most of her time. And not only did she still find the time to do it, but her and Lee even did the old still gaming special effect with 2D Lee. I didn't ask for that. I had assumed they'd both do their lines sitting on a couch or something. So this was an awesome, awesome surprise. To do all that extra work while being so busy yourselves, thanks so much, you guys. Mars Girl was also in the video, and was also busy as hell. Look at the footage. That was recorded in an hotel room, because she was on the road at the time and still managed to record it. You're awesome! And lastly, there's HCC 788, who, you guessed it, was also busy as hell during the time I needed the footage. And he still came through like he always does. Thanks, man. As a complete aside, I think our running joke has become too powerful even for me, as I wrote his name as Steve in my notes for this video without thinking.
At this point, I should just legally change my name to Steve.
It's still one of my favorite ongoing gags. So, that was 2019. But what will 2020 bring? Well, you can look forward to another main character, May. It's gonna be in, May. Yeah, the title kinda says it all. There will also be another Monster Month, and winter is coming. And the charity drive will also be back. I don't think there's another milestone next year, so mostly it'll be steady as she goes. But I'm sure I'll throw in a surprise or two. And as far as what my goals for next year are, well, it'll be 2020, so it would be really nice if we could get to 2020 subscribers. That's just a little over 400 to go. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, I'm just saying, the button is like right there. Go ahead, click that button. What's the worst that could happen? Don't actually answer that.
So yeah, channel growth. Hey, that's what all YouTubers want. As for non-channel goals, well, there are a few G.I. Joe toys I really want to try and get in the coming year. And not just for reviewing, but to have in my collection. As for the G.I. Joe brand itself in 2020,
well, I'm not really one to speculate on all that. Maybe we'll get a Snake Eyes movie and toys next year, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll get an evergreen G.I. Joe toy line, maybe we won't. We'll just have to wait and see.
don't get me wrong, I'd love to see new product on the shelves, but there are still so many older toys to keep me busy, it's not that big of a deal for me.
Well, all that's left for me to do is wish you all a happy new year, and I hope 2020 brings love and happiness to us all. I'll see you next time, everybody, and hey, why not like, share and subscribe if that's your thing.